Well, hello, Jay. How are you today? Can you hear me well?
I'm doing great, Keisha. And yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Let's tackle these top questions you gathered. I'm ready when you are.
Okay. Welcome to Women Over 40 Losing Weight. I'm Dr. Kisha Pickford, a nurse practitioner, hormone informed weight loss strategist for women over 40, and the founder of Ample Health and Wellness. And today's episode is a little different. Over the past year of coaching women, having conversations in the community, and working with clients one on one, I've noticed the same questions come up again and again. So today, I'm answering some of the most common questions women over 40 ask me about weight loss, health, and their bodies. Jay, how are you? And let's get into it.
I'm doing great, Keisha, and I'm excited for this. Real questions mean we get to give real impactful answers. So, what's the first big question you've been hearing over and over?
Well, the first one is why is it so hard to lose weight after 40? And I often have this question myself. And the short answer is because our bodies have changed. Your body has changed. Hormones have shifted, muscle has decreased, metabolism is adapting. And research shows that women can lose 3 to 8% of muscle per decade, and that impacts metabolism directly. So it's not harder because you're doing something wrong. It's different because your body is different.
That makes so much sense. Your body truly is working differently. And once you understand that shift, you can adjust your approach. What's another big question you've had to tackle?
The second, or another common question is about the metabolism. Is my metabolism broken? Why is it not working like it used to? And I commonly say no. It's not broken. Your metabolism is okay. It's not broken. It's just responding to stress, poor sleep, inconsistent nutrition, muscle loss. And when we change those signals, the body responds and it appears like it's not operating or functioning well, but it's actually just adapting and responding to the environment that we're putting it in.
That's a reassuring perspective. It's not about something being broken, but about shifting the signals we send our bodies. What's the next question you often get?
Well, you probably hear me talk about this a lot as well. And it's one about belly fat. Why is all my weight going to my stomach? Why is it going to my abdomen? And my biggest answer, hormones, specifically cortisol, which is our stress hormone, insulin, which is related to blood sugar, and estrogen changes. Studies show increased abdominal fat is common during perimenopause due to hormonal shifts, not just all about the diet. So when we reach that certain stage in life, the hormones they begin to make all kinds of changes. And one of the first that we tend to see, a lot of us do, is increased abdominal girth or belly fat.
It's enlightening to know that those hormonal shifts are a big factor, not just lifestyle alone. What's another common question you've tackled?
Well, a lot of us think that we have to eat less and that is going to fix it. That's our solution. So, a common question is, should I just eat less to lose weight? And I always scream, "No. No, don't eat less." Chronic undereating can actually slow metabolism. Research shows it can lead to muscle loss, hormonal disruption, increased cortisol. You need enough food, not less food.
That's such an important reminder. It's not about deprivation, but fueling your body properly. What's the next big question you've come across?
Exercise. And I want you to weigh in on this as well. And I hear a lot of women, they ask, well, do I need cardio? I'm walking 1 hour walks a day. I'm doing 2 hour trail walks. And the answer again is no. You need strength training. After 40, muscle, you're going to hear us say a lot about muscle. Muscle becomes your metabolic currency. Cardio supports health. So, strength supports the metabolism. And we need to focus a little bit more on strength training when we get into this age and stage of life, 40 and beyond. And Jay, I want you to say a little bit more about exercise because I am not an exercise physiologist, but I know you may have a little information that you can give the audience.
Absolutely. What I'd add is that strength training not only boosts metabolism, but it also supports bone density, which is crucial as we age. Plus, even short, consistent strength sessions can make a significant difference in how your body utilizes energy. All right, what's another question we've got?
Well, this one can be a big issue as well. And it's about how much time. It's centered around time. How do I do this when I don't really have the time? Because we're all busy. We're all doing a lot after 40. And we've taken on a lot of responsibility. You don't have to start big, you can start small. 10-minute walks, 20-minute strength sessions, simple meals. Consistency is what's important because it beats perfection every time. Just be consistent. You don't have to be perfect.
That's such a great reminder. Progress over perfection, right? Now I'm guessing caregiving comes up a lot too. So what's the question you often hear around that?
Yes, I hear a lot about caregiving because we're parents, we're grandparents, we have spouses, significant others. We're doing a lot, and caregiving comes up quite often. And the question that most people ask is, how do I take care of myself when I'm taking care of everybody else? And this is real. That's a real happening. But here's the truth, you can't pour from an empty cup. Self care isn't selfish, it's necessary. Even small moments matter. Take 5 minutes, take 10, and just reserve them for yourself. You will see a world of difference when you put self care into the equation. And some women have to really practice this, but it's easy if we just start making that time and take the time and just say, hello, everybody. This is my 5 to 10 minutes. Nobody knock on the door. Nobody call me. Just give me 5 minutes. Give me at least 10 if you can.
That's such an empowering mindset, giving yourself permission for those small but vital moments. Now, speaking of health and well being, I imagine sleep comes up too. So, what's the typical question you get about sleep's role in weight loss?
Well, the question on sleep is, does sleep really affect weight loss? And yes, it does. Studies show poor sleep can increase hunger hormones, it can decrease insulin sensitivity, it can increase fat storage. So, sleep is not optional, it is part of your strategy, your weight loss and health and wellness strategy.
It's amazing how much sleep ties into those metabolic signals. Now, let's talk about something equally important. How about motivation? What do people ask you there?
Yeah, how to stay motivated. Motivation, it gets us going, but how do we keep it going? And it's really about how do you stay consistent. You don't rely on motivation. You have to build small habits that can compound, and small habits that you can repeat to get your results. So, nothing big, nothing hard. Small habits equals repeat, something that is repeatable, and that gets your results. Stay consistent is the key. Motivation can often fade, but if we put that consistency spark inside of us, we can actually obtain results that we're looking for.
Consistency is definitely the secret sauce. And with all that in mind, I bet one of the final questions people ask is, where do I even start? What do you tell?
Yeah, that's one of the final questions. Where do I start? And you start simple. First, you can look at balancing your meals and then go to moving your body and improve your sleep. Create a sleep habit, create in an environment that promotes it. And of course, reduce stress. You don't need to fix everything, and that's the key. You just need to start. And if you can just pick one that you can start this week.
That's such a manageable approach, just one step at a time. Now to wrap up, what's the key thing you want them to remember from this whole Q&A?
And if there's one thing I want our audience or our listeners to remember, is this: you're not broken, you're not behind, you just need a strategy that works for this stage of your life. And if you want to go deeper with this, you can start with my book, The Wait is Over. And inside the Fresh Start coaching program, we implement these strategies step by step as well. And you can learn about these offers at amplehealthandwellness.com.
Just remember every small step matters, and you have the power to shift your journey. All right, take us out with your usual.
Yes, just remember that small key. Well, I think that will wrap us up for this week. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. And thank you, Jay, for co hosting and being my wingman once again. I hope this conversation helped all of the listeners today and helped them to feel seen, encouraged, and reminded you that sustainable weight loss after 40 is possible. New episodes of Women Over 40 Losing Weight are released every Friday, so be sure to follow the show so you never miss an episode. Until next time, give yourself grace, take care of your health, and keep moving forward.
That was perfect, Keisha. You wrapped it up beautifully. I'm sure your listeners will feel supported and inspired. Now you've got another great episode to share.
Yes, we do. And I'll see you too later, Jay.
I'll be right here when you need me, Keisha. You have a good one, and we'll tackle whatever's next when you're ready. Take care.